lovelies, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a giant book haul of all of the books that I've bought since the new year. I had Christmas money and I feel like I've just been going on gigantic book buying sprees because I have been so influenced by booktube videos, bookstagram posts, and really great reviews. So a lot of these books you guys will recognize, but I'm really excited to show you all of them. The first books I'm going to talk about are Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. These I was reluctant to buy because I really wanted the old covers / UK covers, but I couldn't find them anywhere, and these ones started to kind of grow on me. So I'm really excited to read these, and I still have to get the third and fourth ones, and then I know that Into the Dark is coming out as well. Then I got Divine Rivals, and you can't get Divine Rivals without Ruthless Vows. So I got both of these. They're absolutely stunning on the inside. Divine Rivals, I actually started reading on Kindle Unlimited, and I knew I liked it, so I wanted to get the hardcover, and then Ruthless Vows came out, and I wound up getting just the regular one because this matched Divine Rivals, and the Barnes & Noble exclusive I didn't love that much. Then I got The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, and I just, look at those sprayed edges. That's the main reason I bought it. And it's also a Valentine's Day book, and it's almost Valentine's Day, so I'm really excited to read that. Then I wanted to get into mafia romance because I really like dark romances, so I figured why not start a mafia series. So I got Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. So I'm really excited for this. The main reason was I picked it up and I saw art, and that's just gorgeous. So excited. Also, that. Look at that. Okay. So excited. I got the Mistborn trilogy. My husband has read these books and he really loves them, and everybody always says how much they love Brandon Sanderson. So I got this trilogy. Then I got Powerless. This one I'm very, very, very excited for. Again, gorgeous. If a hardback is gorgeous under the dust cover, I am normally going to buy it. This one, I know the second one is coming out soon, and she's also doing a novella. This, again, I bought because it was gorgeous, and it sounded a little more high fantasy than what I normally read, so I was excited about that. I got Sons of Darkness. See that? Gorgeous sprayed edges. Gorgeous artwork. I listened to Legends and Lattes on audiobook, and I also have that one physical, so I decided to get Bookshops and Bone Dust because I really love Travis Baldry's writing style, and I love that it's a cozy fantasy and it's super low stakes, but there's still enough action to keep the story going and to keep you not bored. And I think Viv is in this as well, which she was in the first one. Then another dark romance that I wanted to try is A Soul to Keep. I found this one at Barnes & Noble, which I was really excited because normally they only have these on Amazon, and I was like, ooh, I found it in the wild. I'm also meeting her in August at a book convention I'm going to, so that's why I wanted to read this one as well. Plus, who doesn't love a good monster demon romance? Another dark romance, thriller kind of romance that I got is Butcher and Blackbird. I actually already read this one and rated it 5 stars. I highly recommend this one, but not if you don't like gore. I do recommend this if you want more of a gory, dark rom-com with not such heavy topics. It's just heavy on the gore and insanity. Then there's Sanctuary of the Shadow. I also got this one for the sprayed edges because it's gorgeous, but it also sounds really good, and that's so pretty too. So I'm really excited to read this one. Another new release that I got is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, because I have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I haven't read the first one yet, but I'm really excited to get to these because I know it's like a slow burn romance with an academic feel and like a nature feel as well. And look at the little mushies. I love mushrooms. Then I got Archer's Voice. This one is the annotated copy. It also has gorgeous sprayed edges, and it has a really gorgeous naked hardback. And I was just really excited because everybody says this is one of their favorite romances. And I feel like I'm going into a more romance era again because it's becoming spring and it's getting a little warmer out. And I feel like there are so many good romances coming out. And I got really excited because it's obviously annotated. So like as you can see, like in the margins, the author has little notes. So you can see what the author was thinking when they were writing it. Then I got a Fragile Enchantment. This one, the cover is just gorgeous, first of all, and the story sounds so good. I know she's a seamstress and that there's magic involved and that he is engaged to someone else to be married, and they kind of form a friendship, and then a gossip columnist says that there's something more there. So it's kind of like Bridgerton, and it's set in like the Regency era, so it's like a Regency era YA romance. I always love cute paranormal romances, so I got Wolf Gone Wild and Don't Hex and Drive. I always really love these because they're always set in a small town, and they're always between two quirky characters. And I was actually sent this book as an e-arc, and then I loved it so much that I bought a copy from the author herself and she signed it, and that is How the Fox Runs. It's about this girl and she's in an asylum. She's been charged with murder of her lover, and then all of a sudden she's dragged into a new world and she realizes she's not from the world in which she was in the asylum, and that's why she felt like she never fit in. It definitely has the vibes of Alice in Wonderland, so if you're looking for a really good fantasy romance, this one's it. And she's an indie author, so definitely go support her. I had been seeing this book everywhere, and it's just such a gorgeous cover. And again, I was looking for more fantasy books with less romance, so I picked this one up, and it is just completely gorgeous. But I do think it is the second one in the series. I have to check, but it might be. Then I got Her Radiant Curse. It was on sale at Barnes & Noble when they did their half-off hardcover sale right after Christmas. I have the other Elizabeth Lim books. I haven't read them yet, but I figured why not just keep adding to the collection of books that I have by her, and then when I want to read them, I can just fly through the entire series. Then I got the last 3 books in the Four Horsemen series. So I got War, Famine, and Death. For Christmas, my friend got me the first one, which is Pestilence. So I figured, I know I'm going to love these because they're dark romance, kind of fantasy. So I was like, I just want them all so I can binge read them. Then I got Trial of the Sun Queen. I have been seeing this all over social media for so long. My friend accidentally got me the second one, and I had to go to the store and get the first one. But it's nice because it gave me an excuse to go buy this one. Then I got the special editions of Vengeance of the Pirate Queen and Daughter of the Siren Queen, because I already had the special edition of Daughter of the Pirate King. And these are gorgeous because they have super pretty sprayed edges and really cool maps. So I'm very excited for those. And I'm obsessed with pirate books, so I already know I'm gonna love those. Speaking of more pirate books, I got Fable, Saint, and Namesake. These two are always my favorite because when they go together, they make a complete face. Just gorgeous. I got those during the half-off hardback sales, or actually it was 33% off hardback sales this year, but it was still a really good deal. Then I've been seeing everybody rave about this book over social media. My mom read it and she loved it, and that is Starling House. I know it's something about a spooky house, and that already got me. The cover is so gorgeous. It's got European starling birds on the front. Don't ask me why I know that. I took an ornithology class when I was a senior in college. And then gorgeous naked hardback. I got some manga. I already had the first Spy Family, so I got Spy Family Volume 2 and Spy Family Volume 3. I watched every single anime episode that's out for these already, so I figured I'll get the manga and continue reading them because the rest of the series hasn't come out yet. More manga that I got that I finished the entire series already is Attack on Titan. This is one of my favorite animes of all time, so that's why I'm collecting these. I can't wait to read them and experience more of the world because I know there's a little bit extra in the manga than there are in the anime. Then, the book I've been waiting for 2 years. I went to a midnight release party. I'm currently reading it, and I'm hoping that the reading vlog will be out soon. It is House of Flame and Shadow. Oh, it's gorgeous. I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so that has the extra chapter with Bryce and Hunt in it. And then my husband has the Walmart edition, so that has the extra chapter with Bryce, Nesta, and Azriel in it, which I'm really excited to read once I'm done. I can't get over how gorgeous this is. First of all, I love the moon on the front. I like how it's not that, You know how like the first and second hardcovers are like they're split, so they're like white over here and then like blue over here. And then, oh, that art. So gorgeous. I love it. They definitely did a really good job with the art on the inside and the cover this time. At the House of Flame and Shadow event, they let us shop around the store for 2 hours with only the people that were there for the event. Of course, I had to pick up the special edition of Gothicana. I already have this book. This is just so beautiful. First, there's the sprayed edges. Then it's gorgeous under the dust cover. And this is what really sold me. Look at the art. Oh, those colors are gorgeous. I have never read this book, but I know it is dark academia, and I think it's between her and her professor. And I heard someone say it gives like Wednesday vibes, so I'm really excited about that because I love the show Wednesday. Then I got the second book to The City of Dusk, which is The Midnight Kingdom. Just so gorgeous. It is the second book in the Praise for the Dark Gods trilogy. I have not read the first one yet, but it's just so gorgeous, and the first one's also gorgeous, and I love a floppy paperback. So I figured when I read the first one that I have the second one ready to go. So Bookstagram and BookTube really influenced me on this one. It's done and dusted, but also the cover really influenced me. And I have some of Elsie Silver's books. I wanted a different cowboy romance from a different author, so I'm really excited to read this one. It is Small Town and Brother's Best Friend, so I'm really excited about that. And I saw this one in the store too, and I've been hearing about this one all over. It's Pucking Around, and like, can you see the sparkle in the letters? It was just absolutely way too gorgeous not to get. I am hoping to get into my hockey romance era soon and sports romance, so this one is going to be perfect. And then talking about sports romance again, I got Binding 13 and Keeping 13, so those are the first 2 books in the Boys of Tommen series. So I'm really excited. I hope I like these. I love, again, gigantic paperbacks that are so floppy that like you don't have to break the spine because they just flop open. And these are about rugby players. Then I just did another bookstore run this Sunday. I got A Tempest of Tea. That is by Hafsa Faisal. Hopefully I'm not saying her name wrong. But she wrote We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. Again, it is gorgeous under the dust jacket, and it is gorgeous on the inside. I love that they're starting to make books like super pretty because I just love reading an aesthetically pleasing book. So it's basically about a woman who owns a tea shop, and it becomes a place for vampires to come at night, and she wants to infiltrate the vampire society, and it has a heist in it. It's also the first in this duology. I just think it's gorgeous. I'm really excited to read this because I love anything that has to do with vampires. Then I got the Atlas Complex because I already have the Atlas 6 and the Atlas Paradox. It was also gorgeous again. It's got a really pretty hardback. It's got really pretty end papers, and it has really gorgeous art all throughout the book. I'm not sure if her first 2 have that, but this one does, so I know I need it. Then I got The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. My husband has been begging me to read this. This entire series won the Hugo Award, which is a really huge deal for fantasy and sci-fi, and I'm trying to diversify my reading. So this is going to be like super fantasy that I'm going to be reading. And obviously she's a woman author, she's a person of color, so I'm really excited to diversify my reading that way as well. I am a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. I love watching Critical Role on YouTube, so I got Dungeons and Drama, and I just love the back because it has like the D20 and the dice on it, and it just looks so cute. It has fake dating and revenge on the ex. So I think this is going to be a super cute and quick read. So it's going to be a really nice palette cleanser between some of these fantasies that I'm reading. It's just about 300 pages, so it's awesome. I got Better Than the Movies because when I got the Do-Over, I didn't realize I've actually listened to a Lynn Painter book before. I listened to Love Wager, and I really liked that one. And the Do-Over sounded super cute, and I also love this cover. And I love the little hearts on the back, and everyone says this is like one of their favorite romance books like of all time, so I figured I might as well give it a try because it just looks so sweet. Also, the line that got me in the back of the book when reading it was Flash forward 10 years from the Great Gnome Decapitation. I always love quirky little writing like that. And then I got The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have never read anything by her, but I've been seeing this book all over BookTube, and I love true crime and anything that involves solving cold cases or solving murders. And I know this is basically about a group of teenagers that solves cold cases and homicides together, so I'm really excited to start this series. And then I also want to think about the Inheritance games that she wrote as well. And then, since I read and watch so much fantasy and I listen to a lot of music that's based off of fantasy, basically anything that brings me joy is based off of fantasy or fantastical things, which we all know are based off of mythology, which my husband has a huge background in because he took a lot of history classes that had to do with a lot of mythology in college, and he also learned a lot about mythology in high school. So I wanted to have a better background to like find those hidden meanings in things, because I know Sarah J. Maas uses a lot of mythology to name and explain her things. Like obviously the Ouroboros and Midgard, like those are all terms that come from mythology. So I got a bunch of mythology books that I'm going to show you that I'm going to try to read so I can understand a lot of the tales and the myths that these things come from. So I got a book on Greek mythology, and this is basically highlighting the really important people. So it basically gives you the name of someone. So you can see that's Demeter. So it says, what's her deal, the story you need to know, and now you know. So it gives you like the gist on each person. So I'm really excited to read that. Then I got Norse mythology because that's really what fantasy is based on. It says from Vikings to Valkyries. So as we know, SJM has Valkyries in her books. So this basically gives you either a person or a monster, and it gives you everything you need to know about them. And then I got classical mythology, and this has a lot of the classic stories in them, a lot of the classic Greek tragedies. So it's got Chaos and Nyx, it's got Titans, Cyclops, and Centamanny. So it has a lot of the classic tales in here, so I'm really excited, and it's illustrated, so it's gonna be gorgeous. So that is it for my book haul. In the end, it was around 54 books, which is insane. I need to go on a strict book buying ban for the rest of the month. I am going to be getting Bride on Tuesday, February 6th when it comes out. That is one of my most anticipated reads for this year. I'm really excited. I've only seen good things about it so far. Hopefully my next video that will be coming out will be my House of Flame and Shadow reading vlog and hopefully review. I have been a little slower reading it just because I'm trying to savor it. Yeah, I'm working my way through that right now. I'm reading it on my Kindle instead of physically because the book is gigantic. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching this video, please comment a lightning bolt because we talked so much about mythology at the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.